Greetings and salutations. Let's play some... Oops, I think I just broke a nail. Yep, I definitely broke a nail. Please hold. Ignore your eyes. I fixed it. Alright, so I'm trying to remember the last thing we did. I know that we got one letter of recommendation from Avis Allen, I think is her name. The one girl that's the writer that had her son and has the unhappy marriage. I know she's working with Shakespeare, and we told her to believe in herself, basically, which is not the answer that I was going to give, but whatever. I know we also started the rumor. That might have been the episode before last. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just get into this. Maybe.
Mistress Avis Allen, the love of woman's life, how futile 'tis to fall for another man's wife.
Okay, well, we're back to her again, so let's see what happens. Oh, I have to drag it.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, madam. What service may I perform for you this day?
For me? None. None at all.
Okay.
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
'Twas my husband who bade me come, for he finds it difficult to speak of... As I say, he had me come in his stead, and I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
I see. Then what is troubling your husband? Madam, I cannot treat a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
I see, and whatever does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he's neglected to fix? Prithee, madam, I bid you be more precise.
I'm sure.
Oh, you know perfectly well what I mean, Simon. I bid you not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
As you wish, madam. Now, let us see. What ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations towards Mistress Allen?
This is just convoluted and complicated. My husband is unable to rise to the occasion of performing his marital duties. What ails him? So, I'm gonna throw this in here. My mother has this joke that she loves so much that she will tell everyone who will listen to her. And the joke is as follows. What did the doctor say to the chameleon who couldn't change colors? He suffered from erectile dysfunction. She loves that joke. Every cashier, every doctor's visit, every passerby, she tells this joke. Far too often. But I can't help but think about that whenever I think of poor Mr. Allen. Alright. Let's see what's happening. Mr. Allen suffers from loss of cranial lust. This suggests a deficiency of blood. The illness will get worse before it gets better. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Okay. Mr. Allen suffers from cold in the heart. This suggests the illness will be long-lasting. This suggests a mild disturbance, or a disturbance of the mind. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. Mr. Allen suffers from a crick in the back. It's causing him pain in the hips and making it difficult to perform his duties around the house. This suggests the illness is temporary. These are all weird. I mean, I don't have a lot of detail, like, is he in the mood? Like, there needs to be more detail than he can't rise to the occasion. I need more than that. I don't think that anything was cast by a witch. I just don't. don't know. I hate this. His hips. I think this is the least, but I don't want to tell her that it's going to be long lasting. Like, at the same time, like, is she going to think that part of this is my desire to be with her or his? Not mine. I don't have the desire to be with her at all. Let me be clear. I did not encourage this affair at all. The blood thing makes a little bit of sense because it's blood rushing to a specific area that causes that to happen. But I don't like the witch aspect because I don't know where he's going to go with that. He's very eccentric. And I don't want him to take things and run with them in ways that I'm just not interested in dealing with. Is this the best one? I hate the thoughts of it being a long-lasting thing for her. I want her to be happy with her husband. That is my end goal, is to remove me from the picture entirely, or the doctor from the picture entirely, and be solely with her husband. But I don't like the idea. Maybe we take the witch one just this once. I don't know what to do, guys. What is your thoughts? That's a good point. I do see. You're right. Ultimately, I do have to decide. So... I don't think she... This was the one that my gut tells me to pick. That seems to be the most logical. Of course. Loss of carnal lust. It could very well be that he may suspect the affair and not be as attracted as he should be because he knows his wife is a bit of a step arounder. Okay, we're gonna pick this one. I just can't. I'm not doing this anymore.
Your husband is suffering from a lack of sanguinity in the brain, which has resulted in a loss of carnal lust. According to my chart, there is little hope of remedy.
Verily, no hope at all.
It says it gets better before it gets
I'm
worse.
afraid
It gets
not.
better.
Oh, then Mr. Allen is not, cannot be a full husband to me. At least not in the full, true sense of being a husband.
Precisely so. And as a physician, it behoves me to observe how unnatural and lamentable it is that a wife be so neglected.
Oh, Simon.
Oh, my darling Avis.
It said that it would get worse before it got better, which led me to believe that it would get better. Ugh. Guys, this is not what I wanted. I've made this clear. I don't want them to be together. I don't know what else to do. The client did come on behalf of her husband, who it would appear does suffer from dysfunction of the privy member. I judge Mr. Allen as suffering from a loss of carnal lust, and that it could not be remedied. This, I must own, was not entirely true. Okay, so I'm not wrong. It said that, okay, so he's just a liar. Methinks the court is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. How am I supposed to remedy these people when the character that I am playing is a liar? What is 4? Oh, this is her 4th time coming? Has this only been 4 times? Letter of recommendation received already. This court will return from the consultation. We already got the case summary. I say 100 Hail Marys before bed this evening. Nay, 200.
What? Doctors against him do make war. Doctors against him do make war. He makes love without a care. 'Tis true, Avis is not his my lord. But in love and war is fair. But in love and war is fair.
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so. Oh, my sweet Avis, 'tis true you are married, but surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for... Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it? Forsooth, there be no harm in asking the stars. Might Avis Allen one day be mine?
Avis Allen's loyalties lie with her family. This represents a woman, Avis Allen. Avis has betrayed her marriage vows. The damage this has wrought upon her marriage cannot be undone, and her past cannot be erased. I may be optimistic, for Mr. Allen will suffer ill luck and die. Avis will be free to marry me. Oh, sweet baby Rays. This advises optimism due to a reversal. This suggests a sudden change in direction. This represents a change of direction due to death. That's not good. I am not seeing things clearly. If I knew the truth about a relationship, I would presently be seething with jealousy. This represents truth. This indicates confusion. This advises jealousy. Avis is cunningly hiding a secret from me. This represents cunning. Okay. The one that I feel I should pick is A, because it says her loyalty is to her family. Now, B does make sense because she has betrayed her husband. Like, she's broken her vows. And if her husband were to find out, I've not met Mr. Allen, but if anyone ever cheated on me, I would not be very forgiving. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not. If you cheat, I'm done. I wasn't enough, therefore you don't need me. You don't want me, be gone. But I don't like this portion. Because I do not wish death upon Mr. Allen, as he has done nothing wrong except for being a little limp in the occasion. If I knew the truth about our relationship, I would presently be seething with jealousy. No, go back. I don't want him... I don't know that there's really, like, something she's hiding either. I don't see that as a thing that's happening. So I don't know. Guys, you know what? I'm going to pick the proper answer, which is she's married. Stop it. I don't care. My happiness is not his happiness is not the point. It's what's right. And he is being not good. He lied to her.
Avis will never leave her family.
No.
Well, I suppose that is no surprise, for, after all, she is a Catholic and so cannot divorce. Then the time she is able to afford me will have to suffice. Like a jewel. 'Tis all the more precious for its rarity. Avis, my jewel. My bright star.
Why? Why do I even bother? He's gonna do what he wants regardless. This man is insufferable. Will Avis and I ever be wed? I judged that Avis would never leave her husband for me, and that would never be mine in law. That's a hard sentence. But alas, what cruelty it is to know the truth of things.
Almighty God, lead thy servant forth back away from sin and temptation, lest his wife does him an evil.
It's those wives you have to watch out for.
Good day, Dean Blugg. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Oh, good! I forgot about this.
This being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was, for it has paid off most
Good.
handsomely. The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. In sooth, as I recall, it was you who advised me on this investment, was it not? I thank ye heartily for it, sir.
I am glad to have been of service, Dean Blugg.
Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or, as the Spanish call it, El Dorado?
The very same. For it is said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
For if I am to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blugg's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest to find El Dorado?
I've seen this movie. I know the Lost City exists, but there's a giant panther stone made of stone that's going to try and stop them, and they won't make it out with anything. But they will find love with a very thick, with 3 C's, voluptuous Latin woman. So there's that. I've seen the film. I know how this goes. Okay, let's start up here. The expedition will encounter foreigners who are stubborn, confident, and led by instinct. This represents confidence. This represents instinct. This shows stubbornness. Okay, that was useless. Will bring him unhappiness. Violence. That sounds about accurate. This is cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children. This was optimism in reverse, which is pessimism. This represents the inverse of death, life. This indicates a surprising reversal. What is that? Does cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children. I don't understand what that's trying to tell me, because this says bad, this says good. I don't know, whatever. God rewards, represents curiosity. Black will be able to leave his children a legacy of fine things. I don't know what the other one means, but this one sounds the most logical. I think this one, because like, I don't think he's going to be happy with this, but knowing El Dorado and all of that, I don't think it's going to go well because it's El Dorado, guys. It's like finding Atlantis, which I've seen the movie of that too. And there's all kinds of curse and things going on in that place. So if you try to exploit these beautiful places, doom comes to you. So I don't know if I should pick A or C. No, A or B. B was confusing because we talked about pessimism, but saving children and life, which doesn't make any sense to me. Those things don't go together. So I'm trying to decide. I would rather tell him wrong as far as like not to expect good and him be mad at me than to tell him to expect good and then it turns to disaster and him be mad at me. You know what? We're going to go with my gut, and my gut says this one. I'm sorry.
I have ill tidings for you, Dean Blarg. Raleigh and his men have been set upon by a tribe of angry New World natives.
Angry natives? But surely the natives would greet us with much rejoicing. For do we not bring with us the gift of civilization? Would they not crave freedom from their tyrannical chieftains and cruel pagan gods?
Well, it would seem these particular natives cannot be reasoned with, as they are led by instinct alone, and they will fight to the last man, as it is not in their nature to surrender with honour, as Christian men would.
Truly? But...
Alas, I am afeard that Raleigh shall be forced to abandon his search for El Dorado, and your investment will come to naught.
I must own, sir, that I cannot share your uncharitable view of these savages. They may be heathens, but are they not still God's children? I will now take my leave, that you may engage in quiet reflection upon the spiritual dimensions of this question.
That's fine. The court did not wish to know the fate of his investment in an expedition to El Dorado, the fabled city of gold. I did warn the court that Raleigh's search for El Dorado would be aborted due to local resistance. Methinks the court took my advice a little ill. That's fine. They will return for another consultation, though. Mayhaps I invested in tulip bulbs. I hear young merchants say such bulbs will one day replace silver as the new... This man. He is but a fool.
When the symptoms are rare and the questions are quick,
When the symptoms are rare and the questions are quick,
when the melodies are strange and these are tis Ferraro.
Good morrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to the great Dottore Simon Forman.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, signor. The colour of your face is quite alarming.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, way down my body, and out of my...
You are bleeding from your fundament. How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Un poco, not too much. It does come and go. Sometimes blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Alrighty. He bleeds when he pees. Oh, well, maybe it's not his peas. Signor Ferraro has hemorrhoids, which are the swellings in the anus and rectum. Blind hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open hemorrhoids are apt to bleed. This suggests the illness will not last long. That sounds good. Suffers from jaundice, a blood that's not right. And turning his face yellow. This represents a mild imbalance. No, it's just hemorrhoids. It's all it is. You're fine.
There is nothing here to worry about, Signor Ferraro. Your body is merely purging itself of corrupted blood, in a similar manner to that which does occur in a woman's nethers each month. To wit, 'tis most healthsome and natural.
Are you sure? Are you sure that is your final answer?
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids. You are welcome to procure a second opinion, but I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
His understanding of hemorrhoids and my understanding of hemorrhoids are two different understandings of hemorrhoids. Don't strain so when you have to poo, good sir, and you ain't shan't bleed. It has nothing to do with a woman's cycle and Dr. Foreman. The coroner did present with symptoms of bleeding from the fundaments. I did diagnose hemorrhoids and told the coroner that bleeding from them is as natural as a woman's monthly courses. Methinks the coroner is a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. He's not always pleased with me a lot. Or he's usually not pleased a lot. But I give him the most ridiculous responses. Myself, sorry, I hit the microphone, I'm sure that was loud. I am smart and clever, and my diagnosis is great. When Dr. Foreman relays my diagnoses to these poor patients, it's not so great anymore. A textbook answer, but it is not hard for a common man to procure a medical book nowadays. It's fine. Ferraro.
This woman has a gift for words. If only she had riches words, they'd probably be much better words. For written by Our Lady.
Did you see that?
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man? All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's behaviour does sound full strange. But let us not think of him, but of the matter that brings you hither, Mistress Lanier. How do you fare?
I fare most well, in the main. For you spoke true when you said my collaboration with Mr. S would be fruitful. 'Tis going exceeding well. Verily, Dr. Foreman, I would be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray, tell me of this trouble, madam.
I am being prowled. Oftentimes in the night I see him following me home. One time methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window. I would have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him very long.
Then let us see what light the stars can shed upon the identity of this man who hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
I think it's Ricardo. I think he has a crush on her, and that's why he behaves so bizarrely. But that's just me. See what the stars think. Okay. The Prowler is a violent husband. This suggests violence. The Prowler hopes for a reversal of the ill luck he has had with Mistress Lanier. He harbors a misguided hope that she'll perform her wifely duties and resume intimate relations with him. This suggests misguided optimism. This shows a return to sexual intimacies. This indicates a reversal in fortune. That's bizarre. Mistress Lanier is suffering from mental confusion owing to her religious beliefs. She also harbors an unjustified level of mistrust towards prospective romantic partners. This suggests romantic partners. Reveals confusion, indicates mistrust. What are these answers? The Prowler is a man of authority and a master of wit. Mistress Lanier considers him a friend. Represents a man of authority. Represents wit. Undeclared feelings. This represents emotion. So one is suggesting that her husband is not happy that she's writing, I think. The other is paranoia, is from what I understand. No. Mental confusion owing to her I don't understand these answers. The one that seems most logical is C, I think. No, because if it's what's his face, then he's not very smart. I don't think him to be very smart. Huh. I don't think her husband is violent. Well, he is an alcoholic. Because the issue is, if I pick the one that I deem most logical, God only knows what words Dr. Foreman is going to speak upon her to twist my reading. Because it's all he does, is he twists everything that I say. Okay. We are going to go with... I just... Maybe this one. I don't like the religious aspect, though. I don't understand what her religion has to do with her paranoia. Because if someone was watching me, I would be none too pleased. But it does lead to believe that it's someone who has like a secret admirer sort of thing. I believe that to be the case in my guts. I just don't think that it's a religious thing. Plus, she's so smart. I think this is it. We're gonna go with this one. I don't know.
The stars suggest that your prowler is a man with a talent for wit, a man who secretly harbors amorous feelings towards you. Does that sound like anyone you know, madam?
Dr. Foreman, I find your question most illogical. I cannot know of a man who harbours secret feelings for me, for indeed, if I were to know of them, the feelings would not be secret.
Yes, well, let me put it another way. Your friend, Mr. S., is the keen-witted man who furtively admires you. He is your prowler, madam.
Mr. S is my prowler, you say? I bid you, sir, check the stars again.
Is it not the most likely explanation, though, madam?
I assure you there is nothing likely about the unique relationship betwixt me and Mr. S. Indeed, he has too much respect for my literary mind to use me so ill. For his is a noble intellect that allows him to soar above the baser instincts of lesser men. Now, if you will not judge the stars again for me, I will bid you good day, Dr. Foreman.
I love when he takes my thoughts and does not use what I think at all. I didn't think it was Mr. S at all. The court believes she was being prowled by a man who did not wish to, and did wish to know his identity. I advised the court that her prowler is her literary collaborator, Mr. S, which is not what I said. Methinks the court took my advice rather ill. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Foreman does not understand how unlike we artists are to common folk.
Hear ye, hear ye! Sir Walter Raleigh fails to find legendary Treasure City. Rumours say next rally voyage is to Pot of Gold at End of Rainbow. Hear ye!
Reports have lately come in that Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World in search of El Dorado has been a colossal cluster fail. Despite Raleigh's assurance to the Queen that he would return with gold raided from the legendary city, it is said that Raleigh's ships bring back naught but potatoes. Experts predict Her Majesty's reaction to be somewhat testy. So I was right. Okay, we are going to leave this episode here. I think this is... Yes. Okay. This has been interesting. We will see. Dr. Foreman doesn't listen to me very well. Now, the one thing I was right on, so of the 4 people we saw today, we saw the clergyman, we saw the writer. I'm terrible with names. I'm horrible with names. We saw Mrs. Allen, and we saw Ferrero Rocher, or whatever his name is. 2 of them are cross with me. 2 of them, one is most pleased, but she's already given me a letter, and she's in love with me or some nonsense, or at least in lust. And the other is kind of meh. So, of the 4, only 1 went as I had anticipated. We'll see if I ever get these letters. Anyway, until next time, I bid thee adieu, and I say toodles.